This is Renee, and welcome to my own little world. And also welcome to the 6th episode of this 7-part series where I kpop journal about what BTS would journal about if they were to have a journal. And if you would like to see the other parts of the series that I have done so far, there is a playlist up in the cards and a playlist in the description, so you can look those up and watch all of the parts that I did so far. For this part, since we're still going in order of the fan chant, for this part it means that it's the turn of Nation's good boy, Kim Taehyung. And just like I do with every other part of this series, I have a quick disclaimer that the things that I'm about to say in this video, in this voiceover, these are not facts, and so please take everything I say with a grain of salt. This is just my personal opinion, and if you have other opinions than my opinions, that's cool too. This is just what I personally think that BTS would do and how they would journal if they were to have a personal journal. And so I'm getting everything here for the journaling part, and I know that I always get out basically everything that I own in my stationery collection. And I usually don't use everything that I bring out, but it's just to make sure that I have everything that I feel like would fit the spread that I am going for in that time. And if I feel inspired to use a certain thing, that I already have it ready in front of me. But let's move on to the spread that I'm making. I have chosen out kind of muted colors for this spread on purpose because I think that Taehyung would probably use a lot of muted colors in his journal if he were to use colors in his journal. I don't necessarily think that he would really decorate his journal that much, but I feel like he would be the kind of guy to still use receipts and tickets and stuff like that, like little memories in his journal. I feel like most of the BTS members would do that if they were to have a journal, in my opinion. And I also think that, and this may be a little bit far-fetched what I'm about to say, but please hear me out. I think that he would stick and glue down pictures of himself in his personal journal. And I know that that may sound like a bit far-fetched, like I just said, but I don't think that he would stick in pictures of himself in a way of being like, look at me, this picture, I look great in this picture and stuff like that. I think that he would approach the pictures that he uses in his journal kind of in a way like showing that the picture itself came out great, and kind of appreciate the aesthetic of the picture itself instead of looking at his face. But that's what I personally think, and I really think that he kind of challenges his inner artist in his journal, and that he would kind of write about not only about his day and what he has been through or what happened that day or anything like that, but also when he found new artists that he felt inspired by, or things that he created himself. And it could be music, but it also could be like art in the form of drawing or painting, because I think that he really likes painting and drawing, and at least I think that he is inspired by artists and painters. And I mean, he really likes Van Gogh, and that's why I also used stickers of Van Gogh. He really appreciates art, and I think that he would make use of that in his personal journal too, and that he would really also stick in photos that he took himself, like scenery photos or just anything that he got inspired by. And I feel like he would be the kind of guy to go for different aesthetics within his journal, like a different aesthetic for each spread or something like that. Not that he would really decorate, but if he were to use pictures, receipts or something like that, that he would kind of arrange that in kind of an aesthetic. But that's what I think. I think he would really challenge his inner Fante in his journal. And the reason why I decided to use brown colors and kind of muted colors and not that bright of a color scheme is because, first of all, brown Tae is superior. He looks so incredible in brown color schemes. It's just chef's kiss. I really appreciate when he wears the color brown. It suits him so well. I'm like, every time he wears something brown, I'm in awe. But anyway, I also think like it really suits him. He really, it's kind of a comforting color, and that's why I decided to go for that color in this spread. And as always, I used a sticker of one of the BT21 characters because I did that with my other spreads as well. And another thing that I really think Taehyung would do, I think he would really show his vulnerable side in his journal and kind of be more serious about things in his journal, because we all know that this guy can be a literal goofball and we really love him for it. But I feel like he would also really challenge his serious side and his vulnerable side in his journal too. And the reason why I decided to use more blue colors as well is because the AliExpress BTS sticker flakes that I use for each and every spread that I did for this series, he kind of has this blue I don't think his shirt is blue, but it has this blue feel to it, so I decided to use a bit of blue in the spread as well, but I try to keep it as muted with the color scheme as possible because I tend to get really with the bright colors because that's my personal style, but I really try to dial that down for this spread. And then it's time to write it down in the index. And time to clear everything out of the way, because my desk is a mess as always when I do these videos. And then let me show you the final result. I think that this spread really came out the way that I wanted it to look. I'm very proud of this spread. It really looks like I had envisioned it. And that's it for this video. I hope you liked this video. Stay hydrated, stay tuned, and until my next video, bye!